Hey, I'm Will with Noble Locksmith, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Car Key Wizard. I'm an automotive locksmith, and while I definitely don't know it all, I have learned some tricks along the way that I hope will help you while you're out in the field. One thing you can do to help me out, though, would be to subscribe to my channel. And if you like my videos, leave a comment or ask a question, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I make a lot of videos, so if there's something you'd like to learn more about or a video you'd like to see on a car we're working on, just let me know in the comments and I'll put it up as soon as I can. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy watching my videos. Hey, Noble Locksmith, I got a 2008 Range Rover HSE. There's three different style on the Range Rovers. You can either have this style where you've got the ignition on the dash, or you've got the ignition on the steering column, or you've got the ignition down by where the gear shift is. This is a Lear module. So what you're going to do is pull up your EEPROM book and you go to the 2008 Range Rover Land Rover HSE. You'll see that the module is on the dashboard. You're going to pull off, and I'll show you this in a second. I just can't show you how to do it because it's hidden. So you pull off the little speaker cover, as you can see here, and you pull out the speaker. It's got three Torx T20s here. You pull that out, and then you got to get your hands down in there. It's very tricky. You got to do it blindly, but basically it's like an EWS. The Lear is the same as an EWS box, so you're going to have to, you can try to take it out if you want, but as they recommend, popping the top off, unplugging the wire, and then just getting the EWS out. And then we've got a super simple EEPROM job. I mean, really simple on these. It's actually not even any soldering. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. We're gonna use orange 5. No, there is soldering, but it's 4 minor soldering joints connected to the orange 5. You can probably do this with other modules or other readers, but we're gonna use orange 5. I'm gonna get that set up and come back in a second. All right, Noble, we're back. So this is our Lear module. If you look on here, it says Lear, L-E-A-R. You can see it looks a lot like an EWS, right? I can't show you the box, as the box is still in the car. All we did was pull this out of the box, but it's exactly like an EWS box. And right here is what we're going to be soldering onto. These 4 of these 6 pinouts here. So what we want to do is open up orange 5, and based off of our information here, this is going to tell us what to read. So we're going to open up orange 5, and we're going to select the device under 305 EMO Rover. So device, EMO, so let's go single, EMO, no, sorry, search, EMO Rover. That's what it said to do. Let's see. EMO Rover. Okay, that's the wrong way to do it, I guess. Rover. Why wouldn't it search Rover? And then the EWS. It even calls this an EWS. Basically it is, because this is a BMW system. We're going to be using a BMW diamond key. We're going to program it just like a BMW. We're going to pick the door like a BMW. So we're going to say OK. We've got Rover EWS selected, like our page says here. Rover EWS. So let's go back here. We're going to say OK. Then, as it says here, if we go to help and then chip info, it's going to give us our information. Help, chip info. It's going to tell us our pinout, right? So we're just going to connect that. As you can see, this right here is this right here. I hope y'all are seeing this. And so this bottom one is ground, RDX. The 4th one over is RST. And then VCC is 2 from the right. And we're just going to solder onto the board right here with those 4, and that's all you got to do here. So I should have had this on already. I'm going to get this soldering set up and then come back. All right, so what you want to start with is getting a little bit of flux on your board. And as you can see, we're going to do the 3 on top and the far one to the left. When I say top here, I mean those. So I'm going to just way too much flux. It'll be okay. So you can see those 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've got 4 cables. You can get these on Amazon. We'll put a link somewhere. You can get these on Amazon. They come male, male, female, female, or male, female. Hold on one second. All right, as you can see, I've got 4 different color, male, female. They have colors up here. We're not gonna go use those, so I don't feel like looking for them. But basically, as you can see, you've got your female is gonna go just plug in here. Your male is gonna solder onto here. So I don't know if y'all can see me soldering or not, but if you don't know how to solder, well, you're not gonna be doing this job if you don't know how to solder, but we're going to solder. So I'm gonna get a little bit. So basically what I'm gonna do first is go through and fill up these holes. I don't know, there's just holes on here. I guess you could like solder to them, to the hole, but I don't know, when if you try to do it with the wire, the solder just like falls into the hole and you don't get a good connection. So I don't know if you can see that. 4 of our holes are filled in. So now we'll get a little bit of solder on there. So what I like to do is take these 4 guys right here and then just put a little flux on them. These are really rigid wires, so it's really hard to get them to stick. So I'm sure y'all are way better at soldering than I am. I'm kind of sloppy with it, but you know, I'm sloppy with it, but it works. So just a little touch and blow it off. And that's why we put that on there. Once I get these on there, this will make a little more sense. I need to get my glasses on. Just pretty much blindly doing this. All right, now we're looking at number 4 here. Okay, so does that makes a little more sense, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4 on there. And then we're going to take those guys, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4 them onto here. So upper far right is VCC. I have this color, I'm colorblind, I have no idea what color it is. VCC is going to go 3rd over from the right. So we're just going to plug that guy in there. Second one is RST. RST is 4th from the left. And then we've got ground, which is 1st left, and then our last one is RXD to I don't know, BKGD, 2nd from the left. So there we go. Do you see that? I hope you can. That's it. EEPROM done. So now we got everything wired up. Beautiful. So now we're gonna go read. Let's read it. Read is here. Our boot is okay. All right, we've got it. So now we're going to compare, which is basically their version of verify. Compare okay. Boom. So why I didn't already do this, I forgot. I haven't done any EEPROM or anything major where I needed to save anything in a while. I don't know. It goes through weird phases. Let me see here. So what we want to do is put this in as 8 alpha 282 203 2008 range HSE. Okay, so that's that, and now we're going to save this file in that folder. Thank God this customer has their car. So I'm going to put emo Ori for original read. Okay, so we're going to save that, and then we're going to go pick the door. Thank God it's in a garage because it's pouring down rain here. I'll be back. Okay, this is the key we're gonna use, EWS 3 key. The only thing we're gonna do is we're going to take out the chip that's in here, which is a 7935, and we're gonna replace it with a 7936. That is imperative, it will not work. You cannot program it to the car. So make sure you do that, and then you're gonna program the same way you do all BMW EWS systems. You know, turn it on and off, hit the buttons. I remember the exact order. I think it's unlock, hit lock 3 times. So we're gonna do that after we get everything put back in. Okay, so I'm about to delete that last file. This is not an EWS, this is a Lear, so you do have to do this one a little bit differently. So we're gonna go back to our VVDI2, and let's go to transponder programming. Let's auto detect this transponder. Okay, this one's locked. Trash. Let's get another 7936. All right, so mobilizer data tool, Europe, Land Rover. So we're gonna go 2006, the 9S12. All right, let's load our EEPROM, which was the EMO read, the ORI read. All right, so we're gonna choose number 4. EWS is gonna use a 7935, which you can clone out, right? You can just clone that chip. You cannot clone a 7936. So we're gonna do key number 4. We're gonna put our 7936 chip in our VVDI2. We're gonna make dealer key. We're gonna select 7936. It's going to write that. Okay, so we're good there. So now we're gonna make this key 4, because we just wrote the key 4, it already had 3. And then we're gonna go back to orange 5. We'll hook that back up. Let's go to orange 5, and we're going to open, nope, we already got that. We're gonna open key 4, and then we're going to write it back to our Lear module. First, I wanna read this, just to make sure it's gonna boot okay. All right, everything looks good. So now we're gonna open that. We're gonna write key 4, back, right key 4, yes, beautiful. All right, so now let's read it again. That looks the exact same, nothing changed. Compare it. Okay, so now we've written this new file that has key 4 on it, which this is key 4, all right? So I'm gonna pop this open. Once I get this cut, I'm gonna pop this open, stick this in there, then the car will start once we put everything back together, and then we'll just program the remote. Good deal. All right, so remember I was saying, if you've got a Range Rover with the ignition on the dash like that, and not the steering column or in between, it's going to be up here. To get into it, you have to pull this cover off. Sorry, I can't see much in here, it's pretty dark. Pull this cover off, you pull this speaker out, and it's down in there. Good luck. The best thing to do is open the EWS box or Lear box in there, and then hopefully you have small hands, not like me. And you just got to get in there, and you got to figure a way to get it out. It helps if you've got some EWS boxes you can kind of practice on. For me, what I do is I get a tiny little screwdriver, a little stubby down in there, and I reach in and just kind of pop that cap open, and then just push the board out. So now what I'm about to do is just reverse that. I'm going to go down in there, slide that board back in, and plug it in, and then we'll make this car work. We have our key made here, and we're going to give it a try. That is what we want to hear. So now we're going to finish putting everything back and try to program this sucker. Let's see.